Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long wait, but the best of five is here. EG versus the Sneaky Nicks Assassins. The winner of this best of five series will be coming to sunny Los Angeles in less than a month. The loser gets knocked down to the loser's bracket and will still be only one best of five away from making it to the grand finals. So here we are, Merlini. The Nicks Assassins versus the Nine Tentacle Surprise. What's your take on this series? Give us the heads-up analysis.
Sneaky Nicks Assassins, they looked really good yesterday, but good enough to beat EG. Probably not in the best of five. Let's be realistic here. EG, they have been just dominating these past couple of months. People will probably put them like top 5 in the world. I think is a very easy call to make. Top 3, possibly. But SNA, they haven't been in the scene long enough. They just aren't experienced, and I don't think they're up to snuff to take down EG in best of 5. But we can probably see whether or not they'll take a best of 1, or sorry, a 1 game, 3-1, maybe 3-2. That's probably the best you can hope for if you're Sneaky Nicks Assassins. And of course, good practice heading into the qualifiers. And they'll be facing what? NAR. I think they should probably focus on that. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
Not too far ahead of ourselves, indeed. Let's hop right into the draft here. Things are coming along pretty quickly. But all right, we've got our fancy draft screen back for us here for game number 1. And you never know, EG, they have a tendency, or they're heavy favorites, to sometimes do things a little bit differently. If they go up 2-0, maybe in that third game, they'll try and experiment outward. Try some different hero picks, do things a little differently.
I think they'll probably do it after game 1. I mean, it depends. This is a pretty serious game, though.
Yeah,
because
this
if
is a big series.
If they don't win this, they might not make it to LA.
The LAN finals, yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, there's... Sorry. There's the chance that they may mess around, though. Yeah.
Well, they're off to a
If you were
pretty
EG,
standard
what
start.
would you do?
I mean, I'm a standard kind of guy, you know, just play it straight up and...
Just play straight up,
you know,
just do your thing?
Yeah, do your thing.
They experimented a little bit yesterday, I'd say.
Yeah, the less games you get to play, the less games you have to play, the more time you can spend streaming.
5 seconds remaining.
Arteezy, he streams a lot.
But what about the other 4? This is EG. This is not...
they
What
can
do you
stream.
do if you're Arteezy?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I would just... There's a point of, like, it's kind of a big gray area, right? Like, how much do you experiment? So I think a little bit is good. But I think this is a series that EG will want to take pretty seriously, and I wouldn't be surprised for a 3-0. I think EG are ready.
3-0, 1 hour stomp?
Maybe not 1 hour. I think I would give the Sneaky Nicks Assassins a little more credit than that. But I think EG will play pretty straight up. They're off to a pretty standard start here in Game 1. Treant Protector and Mirana, their first 2 picks. Got your PPD hero, and there's your Mason hero. He's been playing a lot of Mirana. And, uh-oh. Fluff and Stuff DC'd. We might have a remake here, Merlini.
Ruh-roh.
Everyone's DCing now. IX Mike says GG.
I don't know what's going on here.
So looking at the chat, IX Mike says thanks. Arteezy says not this shit again. Mike says sorry, good luck. Fluff DCs. PPD says, oh, you forfeit. Mason says GG leave, and then everybody else leaves. Well, a lot of people leave, and then... Mike says GG, PPD says okay game 2. And then IX Mike says our ban is Wisp.
Radiant team ban.
Are they gonna do the...
They're just smack talking. The Tentacle Surprise says, don't you see your draft sucks? And then Mike says Potom LOL. They can't reconnect. So...
You know, this issue has been cropping up a decent amount lately.
Remake, same... picks.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, okay, well, they're not going to listen to me, but we are going to remake. So, all right, we're going to hold this announcement. What's that, Roland?
Reserve time.
You want me to host? Okay, Roland's going to remove the thing. So, all right, hang on a second, guys. This is, all right, best of 5. I got our lobby password right here. And okay.
So let's talk about this draft a little bit.
You talk about this draft.
So there was a
I wanna
tree
not screw
pick
this up.
from EG, and
Whoa.
PPD's tree was super dominant at Star Ladder in the games that they did win, which was most of the ones towards the beginning. And after that, every time they picked tree, they just like easy wins. So I'm a little bit surprised to see Sneaky Nicks Assassins not ban out the tree, and I don't know if they will continue to do so after the remake, but PPD's tree is really scary. Best North American tree.
Hells yeah, it is.
Maybe best Western tree. Who knows?
It's
a really good tree though.
That's an all-American tree right there. Roland, I don't have ticket.
You have the ticket. You don't have the ticket?
It's under spectators, right? I see it. I have enabled, disabled. Okay, all right. I gotta tell These guys.
Oh my goodness.
I
Disaster.
can just cancel the game, right? Cancel game. Cancel game. It's not okay. There we go.
Yeah, but everyone's still in the other game.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Rejoin new noobs authority. Didn't
New
make
game.
ticket.
Hey, it's not my fault the ticket didn't pop up. That's the servers, man. Sorry, guys. We're having all sorts of. Unless who's oh, Jesus. Join the
I told
one
him.
with Roland. IX Mike's
Okay,
having
I
a
told
cow.
him.
All right, join the Roland lobby. Okay, here we go. You got the ticket, Roland?
I all caps bad mannered you.
Damn, yo, that hurts. That's salty. Come on, I'm trying my hardest.
No, I just told them to rejoin you.
Okay, good. Yeah, you said my name. I think you threw me under the bus. All right,
Somebody has to be thrown under the
they're,
bus.
they're coming in. Somebody.
Oh, we're gonna see Bloodseeker?
Are we going to see Bloodseeker? Well, we saw. So what have we seen Bloodseeker counter? We saw him counter Weaver in one game.
Invoker.
Invoker is what he was countering the second game.
Invoker got just destroyed. It was so badly.
I would like to see another Bloodseeker. I don't know if we'll do it. I think you hit the nail on the head with Mason makes him look really good. I don't know if he actually is that good, but Mason knows what he's doing when it comes to Bloodseeker. I don't think we'll see him in game number 1 though. They've already picked Marana, and that is a Mason hero. Mason likes him some Marana.
He does.
He plays Marana a lot.
PBD always drafts some Marana too.
Yeah,
They play very well around the Marana though. They usually let him free farm for a little bit, and then he starts joining on kills. They utilize Moonlight Shadow far better than other teams, I think, and they fight enough. And they usually have another mid for Arteezy that scales well in the late game, so they aren't at the risk of being out farmed late. That's one thing that EG almost always does in their draft. They have late game secured.
Yeah, they're really good at finding more efficiency around the map. And not just in stacking Ancient, stacking Neutrals. That's something they do well, but they also are just good at farming in general. Their individual players tend to be very good at last hitting and finding strike creep kills here and there. And they're also good at map control, counter warding, getting wards down, and just finding more areas in the map where they can take farm.
I think they're just better at being efficient too and splitting up in groups. We see a lot of teams just like move around as 5, as 4 sometimes and not really get that much accomplished, or if they do, the other team's accomplishing more. So I think they're good at PBD's really good at delegating tasks to people and be like, hey, you do this, and then they're just always doing more than the other team.
Yeah. So the draft is back up here, and we can hop into it whenever you're ready, Broland. I think
AKA now.
the first bans and picks should be exactly the same. It should be emulated for the first 4.
Did they ban Morphling? I think they banned.
Are the bans different?
I don't know. Who knows?
Whatever.
I think it's the same.
If nobody's QQing, I'm not going to QQ. They should be the
Radiant
same,
team
but
ban.
QQ. By the way, to follow up earlier, did you ever ask Fog about the boop? I'm really curious what boop is all about.
WTFs with the mother flipping boop. Is that what I should tell him? Where's Fox?
Are you actually going to type mother
Radiant
flippin'?
team
Because
WTF
if you
is
do, I'm
with
into
the
it.
mother flipping boop
All right, I'm into it.
in Korok's name.
I always used to hate it when people would say like frick instead of fuck. Like, come on, man. If you're gonna go that far, just say it. Like, oh, this frickin'. Like, you sound more of an
10
idiot.
seconds remaining.
I like saying flippin'.
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 Flippin's better than frickin'.
I don't like
5
frickin'.
seconds
Frickin's
remaining.
awful. It's the worst. It's dumpster tier.
We're trying to be professional here, guys.
Trying to be professional.
Reserve time.
Hey, don't make that face at me, Roland. All right, so how are these bands going? We've got Shadow Fiend and Wisp coming out.
Oh
from
wait, I have
Sneaky
Korok
Nix.
on my friends list.
You could
Why don't I
just
just ask
Korok
him?
himself. Luna is the 3rd ban from EG, and they'll think about what their 4th ban is going to be coming out. A lot of scary heroes still in the pool. You got your Ember Spirit, your Naga, Invoker. All of these 6.80 heroes are kind of falling off a little bit. We see a whole medley
Radiant
of
team pick.
other scary bands here. Ursa, even the final ban, or the 4th ban from Evil Geniuses.
Ursa's scary.
Ursa's really scary.
He had some
Especially
play
on Dire.
Yeah, he does. He had some play in 6.78 against Lifestealer. He was not a hard Lifestealer counter, but a soft counter, I'd say. Because Lifestealer just mans up for everybody usually, but not against Ursa. Ursa will destroy you. He will rock your world.
Yeah, now Evil Geniuses, though, they 3rd pick the Naga Siren straight away.
No one responds to me.
And this is a hero, well, that's a bummer. This is a hero that is falling off in popularity, but still very scary in the hands of somebody that can farm well, namely Arteezy. And
He didn't get nerfed that hard. She
no,
didn't get nerfed.
I don't think the Naga nerfs were that huge. I think she's still very viable as a Radiance carry.
5 seconds
And just
remaining.
overall dominator, destroyer of hopes and dreams.
So already in their first
Reserve
3
time.
picks, EG has secured a lot of late game.
A lot of
Naga-
late game and heroes, like player hero matchups that are very scary, like kind of signature players and players with their
Mhm.
heroes.
And it's almost always there's the pressure on the other teams, like, hey, if you guys don't gank us, you're gonna lose.
Mhm.
And then other teams will usually they won't execute properly. They'll overextend a little bit here and there. They won't play aggressively enough, and they'll play too passively and trade farm, which is not what you want to do versus Naga Siren. So we'll have to see if Sneaky Nick Successes can bring the pressure early, and if they can end the game. I actually seen RTZ, I think, not go Radiance once on Naga Siren, and they still won. So
What did he go for?
I think
instead?
he went like
It's
drums, Diffusal Mansa or something like that.
Oh, okay. Just didn't get the Radiance farming tool and did it straight up. That's interesting. I have not seen that out of RTZ, but
I think I've seen it once.
I mean, Naga's still a good carry even without the Radiance. It accelerates her farm a lot, but if she already has a lot of other farm...
Oh, okay, I have an answer. With the verdict is out. Whenever we get a kill, Breck says boop on voice.
Oh, that's nice.
He's still typing a message. He says he's also announces every single spell.
Interesting.
Okay.
So
Boop.
Brax,
Why doesn't Breck stop boop?
Korok's making fun of him.
Starts howling if snaking is like Lycan. Yells ravage if he's ravaging, etc.
That sounds like the right team to have on a Turtle Beach voice chat.
That's pretty cool. It's nice to have an active speaker in your team though, so everyone knows what's going on. It gets you in the killing mood, and especially on an initiator, because Brex usually plays that big playmaker or
Yeah.
the hero that just like runs in and does
Watermelon
stuff.
Man.
10
Watermelon
seconds
Man,
remaining.
Timbersaw, Bat Rider, etc.
Yeah, somebody named Watermelon Dota followed me on Twitter this morning.
5 seconds
First thing I
remaining.
thought of was Tide. I almost wanted to tweet at him, but then I didn't. I don't like this chair. My chair
Radiant
squeaks. I hope you guys
team
can't hear it, but it's driving me bonkers. Visage, the 3rd pick for the Sneaky Nyx Assassins, and they burned pretty much all of their bonus time. EG right there with a response. They grabbed
Dire
Dazzle, and
team pick.
oh man, Dazzle.
Maybe they want to
Naga.
bring the pressure out of their team. They're like, well, I know what I'm picking. I'm gonna try to put you under the gun. You guys only have 35 seconds left to pick.
that Jimmy play. Just imagine how they're feeling right now. They knew what they wanted and they got it. Dazzle Naga is such a great pairing, though. The minus armor from Naga mixed with all of her physical damage, Dazzle's physical damage, and then his ultimate on top of that. It ticks down
Radiant
or
team
ticks up,
ban.
as it were, while she's got them sleeping in her song. It's just a dirty duo.
Dire team
Brewmaster
ban.
now picked up by the Sneaky Nyx Assassins, and this is 3 for 3 with the brew today. It's all about the brew.
Brew's pretty good. Naga Siren used to not work on Brewmaster. Her ultimate used to not work on Brewmaster. I
10
believe they
seconds
changed it so that
remaining.
it does.
So the spirits will sleep through the song.
Radiant
Yes.
They used to be
team
just
pick.
completely immune, straight up.
Yes.
Damn.
The interaction with Brewmaster Ultimate is really weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's counted as a hero, sometimes it's not. I don't know. Sometimes they're magic immune, sometimes they're not.
They're-
You never know.
They're funky little biscuits. I hope she puts him to sleep. That seems to be fair. I feel like that's a really hard counter to Naga if the spirits. Can
I don't
still
even
be
know if it's a
strong
hard counter to Naga. It might be a hard counter to Brew. You just focus him down.
on. He's
10
isolated and you just
seconds
kill
remaining.
Brew. Kind of BKB
It works
syndrome.
both ways.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. BKB against
5
Naga is
seconds
definitely
remaining.
that. It can
Cyclone during Grave is really good.
kind of counter itself. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's Watermelon Man.
The
Dire
big
team
universe
pick.
playmaking hero.
Yeah. Has Universe been playing a lot of Tide? I
A
don't
decent
think
amount.
so. A little bit. Okay.
A little bit, yeah.
Phantom Lancer.
Jeez, so they are going to try and out late game EG.
Wow.
Wow. So the Ursa was banned out, the Tiny was not banned out, and we'll see if Ush can rise to the occasion and carry hard with
So
PL.
we saw Ush's PL in the latter portion of the group stage.
I think PL
and-
can outcarry a Naga. 6-slotted.
6-slotted PL on 6-slotted.
You only have
Naga.
3 illusions on Naga with the cooldown and the duration. Well, I guess Panzer Lancer has duration, but you can keep propagating and infinitely creating illusions.
Yeah, he makes a lot of illusions, but Naga has a lot more utility with the net that interrupts TP.
Oh, I'm talking about straight
straight
late-
up like man mode, like chopping each other down.
Yes.
Who gets turned into sushi?
Or like in the late game, like 5-on-5, like you're trying to push each other's base.
right, who
10
does more
seconds
damage?
remaining.
Yeah, I think it's PL.
I guess it's PL. I think I would rather have a Naga because she
5
has so much
seconds
more utility
remaining.
throughout the game and
Or
does
would you-
more earlier on.
But wouldn't you rather have PL since it's harder to carry late?
no,
No?
I wouldn't.
No?
I'm a PL hater. You know this.
PL is decent.
Yeah, he's okay.
Prepare
He's,
for
Ush has
battle.
reaffirmed my faith in PL.
Are they going to aggro try? We'll see.
Naga she does more with a little bit less, and it's sort of like if you're a NASCAR driver, would you rather have a little more acceleration or have a little more of that top-end speed. I'd rather have the acceleration because you're constantly going around turns,
That's a
stopping
good
and
analogy.
starting. But yeah, it is actually. I'll pat myself on the back for that
That's
one.
a good one.
I'd rather have the acceleration though. You know, I want to take the turns a little faster. Uh-oh, level 1 skirmish. IX Mike, he could get leech seated. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
PPD, they set the trap. They chase him down. Everyone from Nyx Assassins come over. Arrow hits Fluff and stuff. Now they'll go for it. There's your Spirit Glance forward. Defensive disruption from Whitebeard onto Fluff, but they've got the damage. They'll bring him down. First blood comes out the way of Zai, but they're not done yet. SNA, he's on the defensive. He's already used his Thunderclap. That sticky napalm, it's slowing him down. Arteezy coming forward. He's got the Riptide. Another arrow flies. SNA, he jukes it, but now he moves into the trees, and I think they'll get 2 kills out of this. There's nowhere for him to go. Riptide, chop. That is 1 dead bear. They'll turn him into a carpet, and it'll be a 2 from 0 to get things started. EG. They're in good shape.
Only 7 stick charges on 9 tentacle surprise.
And it's
The
Squiddles.
battle begins.
Dude, he has squiddles.
He's got Squiddles.
Dude, Darkseer or
And a bit of a boat.
Universe has the pimped out.
Yeah, dude.
heroes.
This is a tricked out Tide. I like it.
Well, that's not good for SNA. At least PL didn't die, but still giving up 2 kills, 1 due to back of a nice arrow. The defensive disrupt. Why did they drop 2 observer wards here? That's next level. They killed 1. They don't think they have vision, but the other one's right there. I'm pretty sure it was a mistake, but it still does the trick.
That's ridiculous. What does it say? They
This
wrote
is Raffle.
something. Raffle. Oh, good call. PPD is raffling.
You can't
right now.
read scribbly 5th grader handwriting.
Not as well as I should be able. Not as well as I should be able to, I suppose. But wow, the Tree and Protector. All right. So who got those kills? It was Zai that got the first blood, and it was Tidehunter who got credit for that second kill on Brew. So those two both get a little pick-me-up. Let's introduce some rosters here, though. On the Radiant side, we've got Team Evil Geniuses, the heavy favorites coming into this best-of-5 matchup. On the bottom lane, it will be a safe lane 9-tentacle surprise. Of course, it's Mason on the Priestess of the Moon, Arteezy, solo mid on the Naga Siren, and that is an aggressive try from the Evil Geniuses. Zai on the Shadow Priest Dazzle, PPD on the tree. He throws out the Leech Seed onto Ush. He's only level 1. No Doppel Walk. That's a dead Phantom Lancer. EG make it 3-0, and of course they've got Universe here with Squiddles playing on the Tidehunter.
That's rough.
That is rough.
This is really not good for SNA. I mean, there's just not much more to say. The early game is not the best, as you said. Naga is a little bit is a lot better earlier than PL, and PL already 0-1. Looks like he'll actually be switching lanes, so they might dump her bottom to farm versus 9-tentacle surprise. And I think this is the right move because this tri-lane is already lost. It was lost prior to creep spawn.
Dire's top tower
Yeah,
is under
it
attack.
really was. So this will slow down Batrider's farm a little bit. We'll see where IX Mike goes from here. He may just move into the Radiant
Who
jungle.
cares about that Rider's farm? It's
I mean,
about
they-
the PL, man.
I mean, they should. He needs to get a Blink Dagger so he can make space for old PL there. Ush needs some space created. Get rid of the base creator. We need the space creator.
Who's the base creator?
Dire's
Hunter,
top
one of their
tower is
songs.
under attack.
They create the base when we need
I didn't get that. I didn't get that one.
Trying.
So Naga Siren with a haze. Is she actually going to rotate top and try and kill Whitebeard? I suppose so.
It
I
looks like
rarely see Arteezy rotate from his lane early, but I guess they want to get this tower down.
They really want
Dire's top
Whitebeard.
tower
It's
is
just a
under
lone
attack.
Shadow Demon, but they are ready for it. He's pretty far tucked into the trees there. I don't know if they'll find him. This will be a fast tower. 2.5 minutes, already down to half health. Glyph is available, but Snot might not even burn it.
There goes that. Well, now this opens up EG to taking control of the opponent's jungle, which is really important because Bat, this is pre 3 minutes into the game, okay? So Batrider has not yet actually rotated jungle. Hasn't started stacking, and with EG being able to invade that area of the map, it's going to be extremely difficult for Batrider to get a Blink Dagger and create space for Ush, as you said.
And how's PL's farm? He's 9-2, so he's found a couple of CS here and there. He's got himself the Quelling Blade and just be farming away. The 9-tentacle surprise, he's doing all right in last hits as well. 9-1, Strug City to some degree, but he's holding his own, just soaking up that experience. EG are really in no rush here. Like, they knocked down that tower because it was easy and because they had a haste rune on Arteezy, so he could scoot up there, but they've got the late game, and now it seems like they've got the early game secured as well. So they're just going to sit back and farm and try not to squander their lead by being hyper-aggressive.
Yeah, they can just take it slow and steady. You don't expect to win the early game with a PL on your team, so, I mean, SNA, they're expected to play on the back foot, but not this far behind, not this early.
Yeah, this is already a 3,000 gold lead, only about 500 experience, but that is very sizable chunk of change to be going their way for the laning stage. See a big difference in item progression within the upcoming minutes. 4-minute rune spawns. It is a double damage at the top position, and it will go the way of SNA on the brew. That's something. It's small, but it's something.
Jeez, Universe is getting up there in terms of farm. Already has the arcane boost. We're talking about a very early arcane blink.
Yep. And that
Or
will be
mech.
scary for sure. I wonder, do you think he'll go mech or just straight for the blink?
I think blink. I think they can put pressure and just kind of play 4 protect 1.
Yeah, I think the supports will have plenty of farm going around. They should be able to grab a mech. Whether it's on the Dazzle or the tree, both of them are decent mech carriers. I think they'll be just fine to grab it. Whitebeard killing some mud golems. And started off with a bang, but things are getting much more passive here as we transition into the laning phase.
Still, Zai's making IX Mike's life very, very difficult here.
Yeah, he's level 3. IX Mike's still only level 5. 900 gold. His farm is decent. But Dazzle not giving him any room to breathe. Dazzle gets the living armor. Universe throws out the gush onto Bat Rider there. And yeah, that's where that little
Dire's
skirmish
bottom
will
tower is under
peter
attack.
out. SNA's rotated top, and more lane rotating coming out from the sneaky Nyx assassins. Now Ush and Fluff have moved to the mid lane, and they've completely sacked this off lane. They're about to lose another tier 1 tower.
They just need to get farm on PL. That's the most important thing for them, and they're just making sure that he goes to a relatively safe lane. Mid lane is still not terribly easy. RTZ just good old Bottle Crow spamming the Riptide. He actually has picked up a point in the snare, so this is a little unusual for RTZ.
A little bit different. I think that value point early on is really warranted,
Dire's
mostly just to
bottom
interrupt
tower
TP
is
scrolls, and
under
sometimes
attack.
that 2 seconds of not being able to chase down the Naga is enough for her to ensure her survival. So I think it's a valuable first attempt.
It really is.
But yeah, you're right. We have seen RTZ do like a 404 before, which is okay, but unnecessarily risky if you ask me.
Panda has hit level 6. Maybe they'll get their first kill of the game right here.
Taking some heavy damage up top. Thinking about using the ultimate on the Tide, but Universe
I think they
halfway
should.
to level 5, so he doesn't have Ravage quite yet. Yeah, this is a big window of opportunity. PPD is near, or pardon me, Zai is nearby with
Dire's
a grave
bottom
ready.
tower has fallen.
So might not make their lives too easy. Bottom tier 1 tower falls. That'll be 2-0 in total tower count now. Whitebeard, he tries to TP home. No way to interrupt it. That mini stun chain, that would have been a kill in the last patch.
Indeed, it would have been. So 5,000 gold leads 6 minutes in, and the problems are mounting for SNA. No Blink Dagger, Insight for Brewmaster. They're both about the same gold. Bat Rider and Brew, about 1,300 gold. Not that much farm on PL. He is going to recovery, Hand of Midas.
I think warranted.
Yes.
He
I
needs
think
recovery. Without that, I don't know how he would even hope to try and catch up to RTZ here.
that's actually not that bad. 7 minutes for
A recipe, not
a
the
recipe.
Midas.
Yeah, I know. That's still not bad considering they've given up 3 kills, a couple of them before the creep spawn, and he's had to rotate lanes twice.
Yeah, that's true, all things considered. It is also his first item, though. All he has is Stout Shield and Quelling Blade, the items he started with, plus some of the consumables. So, yeah, still decent recovery time here. Mason, he's got his phase boots up, PPD level 4 on the tree. He's got arcanes now. And how's RTZ doing, actually? It looks like he did go for the Bracer. Brown Boots, Bracer, Aquila, Bottle, and Quelling Blade. So, not the ultra fast, just straight into Relic, getting a little more utility. May even opt for drums.
They might even just do drums and try to end the game early.
Yeah, it's very possible. Might not even need to go to Radiance here based on this early lead they've picked up. We have seen some Nagas opt for the drums, then Radiance. It's a little more safe. Zai up top gets caught inside of the lasso. He'll have a Grave available. Moonlight Shadow as well as Living Armor come out. Tide coming forward. He does have a Ravage now, but there's your ultimate from the Brew. They've got no detection, and the Moonlight Shadow will ensure Zai's survival.
Easy Moonlight Shadow. They need to get kills with the Panda Ultimate.
Yeah.
That's priority number 1, aside from...
Is
Along
SNA
with
the
Teal's
team
one.
that is like anti-gem?
Yes.
Yes, okay. They're the ones we saw yesterday. The rejects were buying gems, and SNA, they were just... They I don't know what it is, but Mirana is kind of the counter to their team because they seem to boycott the gem for some reason.
Panda's a very good gem holder, too.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best.
Yeah, thanks to that ultimate. Bat Rider's a good gem holder as well. 4 poison stacks onto the tentacles here, but he'll get some living armor. He'll be okay. Almost 5.
What level is the poison?
Probably
Oh, he has
1.
max poison.
Oh, it's level 3. Ooh, that'll actually do a chunk of damage. Living armor helps pick him up, though.
The early drums, it is.
All right. He could still be going Radiance, though. This is that kind of, I want to fight a little bit, but I still want to keep my options open and maybe still get a Radiance in a timely manner build. It really leaves you open-ended. So we'll see. We'll see what RTZ does. But again, EG showing their flexibility, doing things a little bit differently. They've got a solid 6,000 gold lead, somewhere about 2,100 experience or so. They're still in great shape here. PPD now level 5, still doesn't have the overgrowth, but puts a ward down into this mid lane. They see SNA coming up to the high ground.
The 5-man begin.
And they will take this tower down. Already at half health. Glyph available for SNA if they want to make a hold, but I don't know that they'll even try for it. Brewmaster ult still on cooldown, so they really can't.
I think they're just going to get going with Ravage. Why not?
They've got everything except
Oh, they have
Shadow.
the Blink Ravage too. Oh my goodness.
9-minute blink here on Universe. This is scary. Not without ultimate. He'll get Ravaged straight away. Out comes the Gush. Arrow. They don't even need it. Dazzle nukes him down with a Shadow Wave. This could be a quick game 1 here, Merlini. SNA are just losing so much momentum. Yeah, PL has a Midas, but this is the tier 2 tower down right around the 10-minute mark.
And it will be at a 4th tower.
4th tower indeed. I mean, how do you stop this right now? Like, yeah, the Brew ult is good, but that's still on a 140-second rotation. EG don't have to rely solely on Ravage. Yeah, it's great in these team fights, but
they don't have any solution to the Blink Ravage initiate. Like, maybe they can get a Blink Ravage or Blink initiate of their own with that Rider and Brew, but they can just counter with Song of Siren and then reinitiate. So, EG can definitely win team fights if they execute properly.
Yep.
Like, no question about that. So they just kind of have to delay, maybe sacrifice Shadow Demon's life, just try and use Shadow Poison to delay pushes. I don't know.
He gets spotted out. He gets dusted. Universe about to just solo him down. The Tentacle Surprise comes in.
See how little damage he did to him?
Didn't even need him. Yeah, look at Universe. He's like, oh, PL. The neutrals do more damage than you do.
He doesn't even have Kraken.
Oh, boy. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, RTZ and PPD just chipping away at this tier 2. And, well, Shadow Demon stacking up the poison, but RTZ really doesn't seem to care. They get the tower down to about half health, and it's only 5-0, but in 11 minutes, this is rough stuff.
Blink Dagger number 1 almost out from the Brewmaster. Actually, Bat Rider has this, but it's in the stash.
Okay, so he just picked it up. Not a bad time.
Oh, he's about to run YX Mike, buddy.
Whoa, whoa, PPD throws out the Leech Seed. Still no overgrowth available. RTZ, he's got the net. Can he interrupt this? Yeah, he sure can, just at the last second, but stops Bat Rider from TPing home, and EG, they add another one to the scoreboard. That makes it 6-0 here. RTZ picks up his first kill of the game.
So now they have, I think, enough sustain. They have the Urn. They have no mech, but they have a lot of heal on Dazzle, level 4 heal, as well as poison or point booster, so they can keep trying to pressure. They could even do Roche if they wanted to. SNA can't really contest.
Yeah, just look at the difference in item progression, though. They basically have a Hand of Midas and 2 Blink Daggers. EG, they've got a Blink Dagger. They've now got Travels up on the Naga Siren. Marana working on either a Manta or a Lincoln, so it has an Ultimate Orb. Even Zai, he's working on that Ag Scepter, and he's more than halfway there on this Dazzle already.
Man, they must be...
Dazzle's outfarming the Brewmaster.
EG's probably thinking easy game.
Easy game, easy life. I mean, to be fair to the Sneaky Nyx Assassins, things could not have started too much worse, conceding those 2 kills early on.
Yep.
That was a rough way to get started. So they were at a disadvantage even before the creep spawned, like you mentioned. That top tri-lane was kind of doomed from the get-go. But
their level 1 is really strong, too. They have Dazzle Heal, Riptide, those are pretty good level 1 spells. Anchor Smash, even Arrow, and Leech Seed. That's really strong compared to SNA. Singing Napalm doesn't really do anything without Firefly.
Yeah, it slowed him down. It almost seemed like they would be able to minimize their losses and not see the second death up in the top lane. But, yeah, at the end of the day, the Sticky Napalm just wasn't enough. Shadow Demon, not so great for level 1, unless you have like Marana to set up the arrow, but yeah, the defensive disruption didn't do too much, and PPD, he gets picked off, in the bottom lane, pardon me.
Double ultimate.
Yeah, they get their first kill on the board.
Oh, sorry, single ultimate.
Bat Rider. Looks like they will rotate towards top. They want this Dazzle.
Ush looks like he's going for Vlad. I think he has it completed, so maybe...
Speaking of Ush, he'll get dusted, initiated upon straight away. There's your Gush. Plenty of follow-up damage.
He just bought, to be fair.
Yeah, okay, he bought his items, but still. PL showing how weak he is here in the early stages of these games.
He has no home in the lanes.
Yeah. A PL without a home is a PL without much farm.
He's okay in network.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
He's okay.
I mean, Naga-san can get a Radiance now. There's really nothing stopping her.
Yeah, Arteezy just opting for the boots of travel so we can move around the
Dire's
map a
top
little bit
tower
more
has
effectively, just
fallen.
having some funsies with it. Top tier 2 tower falls, and that will be a 5-0 in total tower count. So EG now just about to break that 10k gold lead barrier and still holding on to that 2500 experience lead. Naga now sitting on
Radiant's
2000
bottom
gold.
tower is under attack.
So I reckon it'll be a relic coming out next. Tentacle Surprise. He actually went back for the Drum of Endurance after the ultimate orb.
Did you ever notice the animation on the panda once he has the 10 seconds up? He's like on fire.
Oh yeah, look at that. He's not on fire. It's his brew is wafting. It's like letting off the steam or whatever. Oh, look at Arteezy, double damager, and he wants these familiars. He'll get them. That's a nice 200 gold bounty going Arteezy's way. Yeah, it's like a cauldron, you know, and it's like fizzling over. He's fermenting his
Dire's
brew,
bottom tower is under attack.
waiting for some foolish enemy to come near. The fool. Theban
Dire's
the fool.
bottom tower has fallen.
Well, that's the end of the outer towers here for SNA, Merlini. 15 minutes in and no towers remaining.
I think it's fair that we can say that PBD is a feeder. He's conceded the one and only death on EG.
This damn tree. Feeding away the victory. Feeding away the flawless victory.
I've seen some trees max leech seed over living armor, which I think is really stupid. Because living armor is just super strong. And leech seed doesn't scale as well as living armor.
Leech Seed's kind of a 1-point wonder. It's just the cooldown and damage that scales. The slow duration, nothing else changes. It does a fair bit of damage, to be fair, but yeah, I would much rather have living armor.
I mean, that's what you think of when you think of tree, living armor.
Gem on Universe. He's going for Ush. Ravage, will he burn it? Oh yeah, he sure will. He wants this kill. No escape plan for Ush, and there will be a gush coming up in about 2 seconds here.
He
And then
did buy an item again
that will
before he
spell
died.
his doom.
Buy TP scroll, you can do it! No. So he loses 60 gold.
Yeah, I mean, that helps minimize the loss,
Radiant's
but
bottom tower is under
still
attack.
stings. It's still a dead Phantom Lancer who's not farming while he's in the grave.
I think Arteezy is going for the Radiance.
Yeah, 3,500 gold.
So it's going to be like a maybe 19-minute Radiance bots drums. That's scary.
That's really scary. Yeah, I like this kind of hybrid build out of Arteezy. It's a nice mix of giving him some nice early game presence, and then he can still transition into that scary Radiance Naga. 104, 116 CS at the 16-minute mark. Very impressive.
That is with 6 towers down.
Yes, that's true. The 6 towers, they make a dent on that bottom line, that's for damn sure. Ew, mud golems. Icky. Dazzle has his Ag Scepter.
Dazzle's about as rich as PL, and that gives you any insights at how far behind SNA is.
Yep, only 500 gold up on the Dazzle. That's my Dazzle.
So they have a mech coming out soon for the old Visage that may be close to securing a kill for a team fight. Tidehunter has picked up a mech after the Blink and the Arcane. Ush gets pounced on again.
And yep, Gem on
Same
Universe
story.
makes it a pretty easy kill. He didn't need dust anymore.
Well, I think we can actually maybe start looking forward to the next game. This game is like pretty much over. It's not just going through the motions, I say.
Yeah. I mean, what are we looking at here? 14,000 gold, 7,000 experience. That's a pretty insurmountable lead at the 18-minute mark.
I mean, I'm all for one trying to make games exciting, but everyone knows the outcome for this game. So, looking at the next game, I'm not exactly sure what SNA can do to try and beat out EG. Maybe just try something new. Maybe ban out. What did they ban out? They banned out the Morphling and the Darkseer.
Yes, those were their first 2 bans. And the first 2 picks for EG this game were Tree and Murano. I mean, I don't know. Was it really even a drafting issue this game? Or did SNA
Well, their
just-
lanes were weak.
Their lanes were weak.
They gave up First Blood. They had no protection for PL. Like SD and Visit is okay, but they can't actually contest the Tide and Dazzle and Tree. So that lane was lost to begin with. And the mid lane is Arteezy versus Panda. Naga versus Panda. I mean, it's just way too fat. So I don't know. I don't think it was a terribly drafting issue. I just think they gave It wasn't a draft win, but EG's draft is still really strong.
Yeah, I think SNA has an okay draft on paper, but EG just has heroes that they're so comfortable with. Every single one of these heroes. Universe on
It's
Tide.
the YOLO smoke gank. 4 men.
Uh-oh.
They have to fight into Ravage and Song of the Siren and Mech and the Dazzle ultimate with Scepter and Overgrowth. Let's see if they can do it. Maybe they're YOLOing for the T1 tower.
This is it, boys. 5 of us shipping out. Only 1 of us is coming home.
Dire's
I don't know
middle
if any of
tower is
them are
under
going
attack.
home.
Shipping out, boys. Say goodbye to your loved ones. That was a failed smoke as EG just goes straight up the front lines. Into the tier 3. Mason, he's now picked up that Lincoln's, puts it on Arteezy. Universe looking for the big Ravages. Glyph's already been popped. Tier 3 tower at half health.
This is really demoralizing though for SNA. Like
Yeah, this is a rough
There's at
first
some
game.
point you just want to be FF and just kind of clear your head and get your mind into the next game and just not dwell in the past, because this one was just a failure on all fronts.
Dire's top
Yep,
tower
sure
is under
was.
attack.
And there's a Radiance up on Arteezy now, so
They can just sit outside the base if they want to.
Yeah.
There's nothing really stopping them.
Radiant's
shove
bottom
on in.
tower is
Dodge
under
in the
attack.
bottom lane. He's trying to push the tower. Universe is right there. He'll burn the Ravage just for the PL. And poor Ush. This time, Phantom Cancer is not going to work out. Looks like some of that chemotherapy working pretty effectively here. Dicarbazine and interferon. The antidote to the Phantom Cancer.
Shadow Demon, maybe he can like disrupt Arteezy's images and do some damage.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stretching here.
Get that Radiance burn. It burns! The Ring of Fire!
It
I don't know.
burns.
I don't know. This is...
I feel bad for
this is
Team
like
SNA.
this is like the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan. You see the guys in the boats. They know they're gonna just open up the gate and they're gonna get unloaded on by the Europeans. That's what this fight is gonna
I never saw that movie.
be. You don't tell Tom Hanks. He'd be very upset.
Spoiler alerts, dude.
That's only the first 5 minutes. Yes, the opening scene of Saving
Hey,
Private
you're
Ryan.
missing a kill.
A lot of people die. Hey, no, we got it. Look, the 9 tentacle surprise. He's good. Song of the Siren comes in. He gets grave. A little bit of
Oh, it doesn't work
Alright,
on the...
They go through. Yeah, that's good. They throw out the Cyclone onto Naga. Now Arteezy, he's going in. Whitebeard, he's the target of choice. Universe still doesn't have the Ravage, but that's okay. Stray arrow smacks IX Mike right in the face. Snog gets leech seeded. In comes the Phantom Lancer, but Overgrowth comes out, and yeah, this is starting to look a little bit more rough. But EG, they won't overcommit. They're going to back out.
They have enough sustain, though. They have Dazzle Heal, they have Living Armor, they have Urns. They all good. They got a mech. Ravage up, 50 seconds. He's working on Refresher. He will have it before long.
Yeah. See how long it takes them to end this game. Still no glyph available. They're all back up to full health, a decent level of mana. Ravage in 45 seconds, and Battle Rider's still down for 15.
Has fallen.
Tier 3 tower falls, Rack's available. And now they'll just go straight in onto Ush. There's your ensnare. Snog coming forward, but he gets heal bind by the Dazzle straight away. He gets repelled. A mech gets popped. That'll pick him back up, but he's just burning on down.
GG it out, boys.
Come on, SNA.
This game is over. Oh
Zip
my
'em up.
goodness.
Zip him up.
Okay, well, if EG tries really hard, I think they can make this pretty much an hour-long series.
I think it's possible. I think I think it's possible.
It's not. I think they have to draft more early game. I think if you lose the early game versus EG, you're certainly going to lose late. Whereas if they win the early game, maybe they can win the middle late. We talked about how SNA as a team, they're stronger in the early game. Their middle late game decision making isn't the weakest, but it's still not as strong as their early game. So I think they need to focus on what they're good at, trying to exploit their strengths and get some more kills. They got 1 kill.
Yeah,
They got one.
You got to get some more kills, guys. Come on, you got to do more than that. Yeah, just very one-sided. I don't know if there's
A for effort.
too much else to say. Yeah, we had a lot of downtime towards the end.
Most improved award goes to Team SNA.
Oh man, the flamethrowers are out in full force.
I mean, they're just
that
not.
was a really rough game.
It was a really good rough game 1.
That's-
But I mean, it's to be expected. EG, they are like absolutely dominated. They're a direct TI invite. They placed 3rd place at Star Ladder. They beaten a lot of the top tier 1 teams in SNA. They're just up and coming. They did decently versus the North American teams, but that's, you know, medium fish in a little pond. They're not even big fish. Now
Little
they're
baby
in
fish,
the big
yeah.
pond, and you can see how small their fishies are. Squiddles, squiddle status.
Hashtag Squiddles. We're going to have a break, guys, and coming up will be Game 2. This is a best-of-5 series, so potential for a lot more matches, but Maybe EG will just clean it out in a 3-0 sweep. We'll see. Maybe the Sneaky Nicks Assassins can reset, wipe it off, and come back fresh.
But winner of this?
Winner of this, they're coming to LA, baby. The LAN finals, guys. Get the bundle. It's $10, 2.5 of every 10 goes straight into the prize pool. We unlock the 30K stretch goal. That is your Pudge Wars all-star matchup, and up next is the 40K. We want to get that inflatable pool going on. You're watching Summit America. This is the playoffs. The playoffs. We're in the playoffs. We're in the upper bracket finals here. Powered by Twitch, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back after this short break.